that may be a bit of a gray area. And you notice that Professor Kakari, in his analysis, if I wrote down his words well, he then says for a politician of her stature to do that. Even the DJ hasn't said she has done that. So you then notice that we are going into gray areas. So it is important for a proper litmus test to be established of when will this tool be deployed. I agree with the tool 100%. But it is important for that tool to be clearly, or the circumstances for which it is deployed, to be clearly developed, so that it's not an instance of somebody said persons close to Evans Mensah have done this, and therefore we announce a blackout on Evans Mensah. But what is the litmus test? And then also, I think the second thing that the GDA should do, and I know they are doing it, I want to encourage them to do a bit more, and all other stakeholders. The NMC on its own cannot resolve these matters. The legitimate institution that can resolve these matters of attacks on journalists, I think something has alluded to it already, is the Ghana Police Service and the Judicial Service. We all have to hold the police and the Judicial Service consistently accountable for the cases that are reported to them and see how they follow through. We at the Ministry of Information adopt a minimalist standard. When it is drawn to our attention, we draw the police's attention to it that deal with it. But we have to consistently hold them accountable so that they can't come around and tell us that we didn't hear about this or there was no evidence about this or something. I believe that if we consistently hold the police and the Judicial Service accountable, I know the IGP is interested, I know the Chief Justice is interested, we'll get to that point where no police command or police office can then, play hanky-panky with these reports as they come to them. So, simply put, yes, I 100% support this as a tool. It will not be effective, but at least it will draw full attention. But what we need to do is to have some clear guidelines on when it is deployed to avoid gray areas. And then we secondly have to ensure that the officers of state who can deal with it, i.e. the police and the Judicial Service, are held accountable for it. That's why we went to Parliament to make a statement calling on Parliament to support. That's why we brought all the media stakeholder groups together to hold them accountable, and we need to continue with it until we get some traction.